Okay folks, it's sharing time. I'm going to share with you an invention I just made. I know you're not 6 years old, but I'm going to show you how to tie your shoe with a brand new invented knot I just created. It's called the Trucker's Daughter. Stand by. First, this shoestring knot only works on a type of shoe that has a cleat on it. See the little cleats right there? Doesn't matter if they're metal or they're plastic. So we've all seen this regular shoestring knot. It's been around forever. We learned it probably when we were in kindergarten. So what's the problem with it? Well, I'm glad you asked. So first, you often have a hard time getting it tight enough. We all understand this phase of the knot when you do your overhand knot and you pull it tight. The problem is shoestrings aren't usually as bindy as, let's say, manila rope or leather. And especially if any of you guys out there are using paracord. Paracord doesn't have a whole lot of friction. It's kind of hard to make the knot, get it tight, and then do the 2 loops on the top. You always end up losing a little bit of tension there. So you do manage to get it tight enough. During the day, as you walk around and do stuff, this gets flexed and moved and it gets loose. And sooner or later, you're going to run, especially if you're out in the woods, you're going to run into a stick or something or another like that that's going to have this nice little loop to grab onto. Mother Nature's going to stick one of her crooked fingers in there and give you a little pull. And guess what happens? Same old, same old. We've all seen it. Got to stop, bend over, and tie your shoes again. The Trucker's Daughter is a type of knot that's going to prevent any of that from happening. It's going to be very easy to get tight right off the bat, and it's going to stay tight all day long, regardless of how much you brush or debris or whatever it is you rake across it. I've swapped over to the other shoe because I've got the Trucker's Daughter already set up on this one, and you'll see the key features. There's a loop on the string with the knot on the inside of your foot, and just some little overhand knots on the end, and you can see that I've cut the string. Show you how this works. So like normal, when you put your shoe on, you tension up here and here like normal, and you lace up your shoe. Just like normal. Worry about tensioning at this point. Just make sure your string is in your cleats. Make sure your knot is above your cleat. And when you put that knot in there, that's the place where you want to get it. You want to get it to where your strings here are at your normal tension like you wear it. And you want this knot to be just over the cleat. Now comes the tensioning part. You get a lot of tension this way. First, take the boy part. See the girl part there. And in true heterosexual fashion, you do one of these type deals. And then you can tension your shoestring very tight. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. And then you loop it in here and hook it. Once you hook it, you're going to want to cinch this down. Notice I got the other bitter end here that's directly onto that loop we tied earlier. And you're going to tie either a granny knot or a square knot. It's 50-50 chance. You just do 2 overhand knots. 50% chance you're going to get a square knot, 50% chance you're going to get a granny knot. Myself, I recommend the square knot. It holds a little bit better. You can see what a square knot looks like. You've got it going in and out the same way. It's very uniform. It looks like a little square. So you notice I put that over here on the side. Why to do that? Well, you got a little bit more slack, a little bit more length on one side of your shoestring than the other, because remember we tied that loop there. And also this is on the inside of your foot. So when you get old and you get fat and you can't bend over, you appreciate a couple extra inches of room you don't have to bend over. I'm sure some of you out there might know something about that. So, alright, I solicited the help of a mannequin. So remember the issues we had with that regular shoestring knot? There's nothing for a stick or a twitch to catch, or a twig to catch. proves it. If you're concerned about taking it off, it's very easy to take off. You don't have to untie the square knot bending over. You just pull it off. Just hard to do with one hand, and it's real easy otherwise. And then you can take your shoe off and, if you want, untie the square knot anywhere, anytime. So there it is, the trucker's daughter on a real foot. What I like about it is you don't have any strings dangling. You can't step on your own shoestring. Nice and tidy. Your shoestrings are hidden. Very nice. Okay, it's test time. For bonus points, can anyone tell me why I call it the trucker's daughter?